Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about what is a sustainable product and how to make your lifestyle more sustainable, more green. And today I wanted to give you a few tips that helps me to be more conscious of what I buy and my consumption in general. So as usual, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you have any tips that I forgot, please share them in the comment section below. Of course, I can't say everything in one video, so I will forget a few things, I'm sure. So if you have any other tips, please share them and I will be so happy to talk about them with you in more details. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So first, what is a sustainable product? Most of the time when we think about sustainable, we think that this product will last a long time, like it's a good quality and it will last a few years. But it's not just that. We have to think about the whole product and the whole life of the product. What resources has been needed to build the product and what will be the impact of the product during its life and after its life. And so we'll talk about the whole cycle of the life of the product, not just the use of the product, but its whole life. So to have a sustainable product, we want that its conception, its use, and its end of life respect the principle of sustainable development. We want that this product will help us to meet our current needs and to meet the need of the next generation too. Also, we want this product to help the economy to flourish in the long term and to not just think about right now. We want to think about the long-term effect and the long-term economy. And finally, we want to think about the ethical and the social effect and the social impact of this product right now and in the future. So sustainable development is very difficult and there is no one definition, and we want to think about the environmental aspect, the social aspect, and also the economical aspect. And there is a lot of aspects, but I want to focus on them today. Also, I want to insist on the fact that a sustainable product doesn't exist. Everything that we create needs resources and has an impact. So we can't find a sustainable product. But what we can do is to buy more sustainable products. We can do something to change, even if it's a tiny thing. If we add all the tiny things, it will make a huge thing and a huge difference. So I just want to insist on that because you won't find a sustainable product. Every time you'll buy something, you'll have an impact. But you can make little decisions, little choices and reduce this impact. And that's what I want to talk today. So the first thing is to reduce your consumption. It might be the easiest and the hardest thing to do at the same time. The easiest thing because it's the most efficient and the most powerful thing that you can do. You reduce your consumption, so you won't buy a lot of stuff. But it's so hard today because we have been raised thinking that we need to buy and we have a lot of stores all around us sending us messages that we need to buy this thing to be happy. So I think it's very hard to decide that we want to change our lifestyle and our consumption decision and we want to buy less stuff. So it might be the hardest thing to do, but it's also the most powerful and the most effective thing that you can do to reduce your impact on the society and on the environment. The second thing is to encourage small and local businesses. As I told you, sustainable development is not all about the environment. You want to think about the social and the ethical and the economical impact of your decision. And sometimes it's better to encourage small businesses because when you think about the big one, if I take the example of the textile industry, when you buy a $10 t-shirt made in Bangladesh, you are not encouraging the economy of Bangladesh. You are encouraging the economy of the big company. And this company just wants to make money. She doesn't want to help the economy of Bangladesh. And I don't want to encourage this company. That's a lot of encourage. I want to help small companies to build their influence. If they do something good, if they want to make a change, if they offer good working environment, or if they're doing something for the environment. I don't want to encourage the big company that just want to make money. And also, when you decide to buy local, you will help to grow your own economy, and you won't be dependent on what's happened in other countries. It can be environmental impact, social impact, or economical impact. You won't be dependent on what's happened there. The third thing is to only work with company that offers good working environments and working conditions. It can be local or international. Of course, you want to buy local most of the time, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just want to encourage other countries. You want to make sure that the company that you encourage is doing something good and it's offering good condition of work to its employees. Then the fourth thing that I wanted to mention today is to select more sustainable materials. I won't talk about plastic a lot because everybody knows about plastic. Plastic is made with petroleum, and it's not a sustainable resource. And we use plastic everywhere. You can just take a look around you and you'll see that almost everything has plastic on it, even your clothes. So I think it's very important to just forget about plastic and make a transition towards something out of petroleum and another world. But if I take another example, wood is a sustainable and a renewable resource, but we consume too much wood today, and our consumption is so much more important than the ability of the planet to recover. And wood is so much important. Without wood, we can't breathe. So I think it's very important to reduce our consumption and to reduce the pressure that we put on Earth and on the environment. So one thing that we can do is to only select sustainable and renewable resources and resources that have been produced in a sustainable way. For example, instead of buying an exotic wood, you can choose local wood and wood that is certified FSC. FSC is for Forest Stewardship Council, and it's a certification that allows us to know that the wood has been selected in a sustainable way. We only selected some wood instead of just cutting everything and destroying the environment. Another thing that you can do is to buy clothes that are made with organic cotton instead of regular cotton, because cotton needs a lot of pesticides to grow, and it's not good for you, for your health, it's not good for environment, and it's not good for the families that grow the cotton too. So I think it's a tiny thing that you can do, but it has a huge impact. You can also choose clothes without any polyester, because polyester is plastic and it's petroleum. Also, what you can do is to only buy recycled paper instead of regular paper, because paper is made of wood, and if you buy a regular paper, you'll put another pressure on the wood resource. And if you buy recycled paper, then you won't have to bring new wood into the industry. And also it needs less energy, less water, and less resources to produce the new paper with recycled paper. So I think you can do a lot of tiny things that will have a huge impact in the long term. And finally, I wanted to mention certification, because the law is not very restrictive. Company can put almost whatever they want on their label. If it's green, it doesn't mean that the product is good for the environment. And just take a look at the label and find certification. When you see a certification, it means that an independent organism went and evaluated the product with independent criteria. So it's not just that the companies say that the product is green or is organic or is ethical. The independent organism evaluated the product and say that it's good. So certification will depend on the country where you live in, but I'm gonna talk about a few that are good here in Quebec, but I'm sure that you can find the ones that are good in your country. Just make a little research on internet and you'll find them. I'm gonna read them because I don't know them by heart. Here in Quebec we have Québec Vrai, Ecocert Canada, we have OCIA ProCert, we also have QIA International, and for the wood, as I told you, we have the FSC certification for Forest Stewardship Council, and we also have the same for the fish and the marine resources, which is MSC for Marine Stewardship Council. And finally, we have a few certifications for the ethical part. Here in Quebec, we have the Commerce Équitable, the Équitable Ecocert, Fair for Life, Rainforest Alliance, and Fair Trade. So, as I told you, you can make your own research, but I'm sure you'll find the certification that are good in your country. So that's it for today. I just want to finish this video by saying that, as I told you in the beginning, a sustainable product doesn't exist. Every time you'll buy something, you'll have an impact on the environment and on the economy and on other living being. So don't forget that every tiny action have an impact, and you have to find your values and your priorities, and once you know them, then you will be able to buy in accordance to them. And sometimes you'll have to make concessions, sometimes you'll have to do some choices, but that's fine. And I think that even if you have to buy something that is not what you wanted at the first time, even if you do a little choice, then it's better than doing nothing. So yeah, and also at the beginning it will be hard because you have so much thing to do and you can be a little bit overwhelmed by all the stuff, but after that it will become easier and easier because you'll have your habits and you'll be used to, you'll know the company, and it will be like a little challenge to find new companies and new products and companies that want to make a change. So yeah, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It will make me very happy, and I'm always happy to see new faces on my channel. It really brings a smile on my face. And also, if you subscribe, then you'll know every time I'll post a new video. So make sure to subscribe. And yeah, as I told you in the beginning, if you have any other tips, please share them in the comment section below. I know I can't talk about everything. I didn't talk about cruelty-free product or vegan product, but we can talk about it in more details in the comment section below. I would love to talk about it. And yeah, I'll see you next week in my new video. Bye.